Let's talk about part-time jobs. One of our favorite questions, which we receive a lot from Indian students when they go for studying abroad. Number one, are you eligible for part-time job? Who's eligible for part-time jobs? Number two, what kind of jobs are available? And number three, when can you do it and what are the wages and everything? So let's start with what are part-time jobs? Part-time jobs are technically not full-time jobs as the definition says, and that is a job which you can work which you can do while studying. So let's say if you're a student, you're going for a master's or bachelor's abroad, you can do a part-time job. You can let's say if you have 2 classes or 3 classes a day and you have 2 to 6 hours of free time, then you can do a part-time job and make some cash. How you can do it? Number one, you need to find part-time jobs either before landing in your foreign country. Let's say if you're going to France or Germany, you need to find that job online, or when you land in that country. How you can find before landing there? Of course, you can contact alums, you can contact students, you can contact career services, you can go on LinkedIn, you can check out different websites which are used in that country. And number two, of course, you can check with students. When do you apply for it? As soon as you land in that country. Let's say if you're going to study in Paris or Berlin or Stockholm, once you land in that country, and if it is mentioned in your visa, student visa, that you're allowed to do a part-time job, you can start from that day. Now, who's eligible for it? Any student who has a student visa from India or from any other country and they are studying abroad, you technically have a part-time job permit as well. So you don't need to apply for any other document, you just need to have a student visa, and usually it is mentioned on your student visa that you're allowed to do 40% of your full-time job working hours, that is around 20 hours per week. So technically if I have a part-time job in Europe, let's say in Paris, I can probably work for 100 hours every month if that month has 5 weeks. Now what about the wages? If you go to Eastern Europe, where Romania, Slovakia, Slovenia, these countries are, you usually start from 2 to 3 euros per hour. If you go to the Western Europe, it is probably in the ascending order from Eastern to Western Europe. So in Germany, in France, in UK, it ranges from 7 to 10 euros per hour. So let's say if I'm working in Paris 20 hours per week, then probably I'm getting 140 euros, 20 multiplied by 7, or 20 multiplied by 8, or 20 multiplied by 9. So the average salary would be around 6 to 8 euros per hour, but of course maximum and minimum could be different. So let's say if I'm working in Paris, I'm earning like 7 euros per hour, I'll be making 140 euros per week, and that could be 500 to 700 euros per month, right? What do you need for that? You need local language, because most of the jobs are, I wouldn't say low-level jobs, but they aren't, of course, full-time jobs. You will be working in a multinational company, you'll be working in a library or restaurant, or working as an Uber driver. I mean, if you can, I don't know if that is allowed to you if you have an international driving license, but these are the jobs which require local language. So maybe if you speak a bit of local language and of course English, you can go for a part-time job. When do you apply? The moment you land. How do you apply? Of course, you can apply before by getting in touch with students. You can apply when you get into the campus. And number three, the wages. Wages are of course 2 to 10 euros depending on the country that you're living in. The average would be 6 to 8 euros in the Western Europe, right? But are you actually applying for a part-time job? In the US, where programs are 2 years, bachelors are 4 years, you technically have lots of time to apply for a part-time job. But in Europe, the programs are 1 year. Especially the full-time classes are only 6 to 8 months. And after that, you anyway start your internship or a full-time job. So technically, you don't have that much of time to apply for a part-time job. And anyway, you're going for a foreign education, you're investing lots of money on your education to get a great job. When you have, let's say, 2 to 4 hours of free time every day, try to invest in networking, try to invest in studies, try to invest in research. But that's your call. I studied abroad for 15 months. I didn't do any part-time job, but I got my full-time job after landing in France after 7 months, right? So I landed in September. I started my full-time job in May, which I got in March, right? So my suggestion to you would be, it completely depends on you whether you want to go for a part-time job or not. My job is to inform you, and I did inform you. However, the choice is yours to make. I wish you all the best. Keep sending your queries. Very happy to help. Take care. Bye.